Hey guys, welcome back. I got a quick episode for you here. It is turn 11, this is my current turn, so this is going to be a one-turn episode. Got a message from Henam, and this is solidifying our nap. Armaments, Chapter 2, verses 9 to 21. And Saint Damon raised a letter up on high, saying, O Lord, bless thy letter, that with it thou may bring peace to thy enemies in thy mercy. And the Lord did grin, and the people did feast upon the lizards and the snakes and the carp, and the squid and the orangutans, and breakfast cereals and fruit bars and men. And the Lord spake, saying, First thou take the letter, then thou wilt wait 3 months, no more, no less. 3 months shall be the number thou shalt wait. And the number of the months shall be 3, for thou shalt not wait, nor either for thou shalt not wait, nor either wait thou 2, except that thou then proceed to 3. 5 is right out. Once the number 3, being the 3rd month, be reached, then lobbest thou letter Gomorrah towards thou foe, who being naughty in thy sight shall snuff it. Nap 3. Oh, that is hilarious. Holy shit. Okay. The biblical pronouncement of Hinnom. So we have a nap 3. And I have also talked with, just now actually, like 5 minutes before I started recording, I talked with Niflheim, and we agreed to a nap 2, which means he's kind of eyeing me, because I think we would do nap 3 if he wasn't. The problem with fighting Niflheim is a lot. I have, like, major problems fighting Niflheim will just fucking wreck me, and I think he knows it. So, Nifljarls, how the fuck is a bat gonna kill a Nifljarl? If he gets Alt 4 and he does Wolf and Winter on a province, like, forget about it. I can't fight him in it. I just get completely bamboozled. The only counter I kind of have is Axolotls. So I think this is like the existential threat that I must prepare for. I have to get Axolotls. There are only a couple other things that will be kind of good. One is going to be Lifelong Protection, will be kind of good because they're not terribly killy. And if you summon enough imps, things are kind of okay. So anyway, that is one problem, or one thing that makes these guys wreck us. The other thing is Scrotty, which they can get everywhere. And Scrotty, when they're not geared up, we can kind of murder them with bats. Once they get gear on them and liquid body and they're regenerating, or like, yeah, they're just gonna wreck my shit. So, and then when they get Skelly Spam Communions, we'll actually be able to win the Skelly Spam war, but not in cold. I think my quintessential quest for this game, and I don't know whether I do it at the beginning, but I can't attack into Niflheim, and they are, just by their presence, an existential threat to me. And it has nothing to do with the player. I mean, the player's a good player. I played with him many times now. Maybe, yeah, but I have to find who is over here, and so I need to find who's in the lake, and I can ask Satis who's in the lake, because Satis will know. And then, or actually he'll know, because I think he took this, so I'm not sure. So I'll ask Satis and Hinnom who's in the lake. Once I find out who's in the lake, they'll be able to tell me who's down here. And whoever is down here, I need to make good friends with them. And I need to hope they're a very good matchup against Niflheim, because putting Niflheim out of the game, I don't even care about getting his land. I just need Niflheim out of the game. They are just an existential threat to me as a neighbor, and they're an existential threat to me just the fact they're in the game because they can do ill winter. So yeah. Now you know how I feel about Niflheim. But anyway, we have a nap 2, which is good for me because him running, got a Jotun Jarl at me with basic gear. Like, a Jotun Jarl with Stygian skin, which is basic stuff. Like, If he had Alt 4 and he did Stygian Skin on a Jotun Jarl and he did Body Ethereal on a Jotun Jarl and Liquid Body, which you can do at Alt 4. And we're getting to the point in the game where that could be possible. Like, he does all that, I'm just dead. I couldn't kill it, and he does Woven Winter, which also is available at Alt 4. If he has Alt 4, he can basically kill me. And it will take... There's only a few things I can do. One thing is Ocelotls, the second is kind of Lifelong Protections, which I'll get a construction for. If we're in... I can't really even do Communions, and if he's doing Woven Winter, but... He might not know about Woven Winter. That is a spell I don't get to see used that much, but in my case, it would just be Cripplink. And I'm look, I mean, when I host a game and I pick Xibalba, like, people are at least considering when they're picking things, like, sure, there's 12 players in the game, but everybody's at least giving a thought to how will this do against Xibalba, just because they know that if they're fighting me, it's going on YouTube, so they want to look good. But Nibelheim is, like, the hardest counter to Xibalba. But yeah, so I can do Lifelong Protection. The other thing that I can do is I can shit out these big scorpions, and I put, see, they actually have in the scorpion tail Death Poison, which is really strong. And the tail, both of these will take strength buffs okay. So, if I do Strength of Giants, which is enchant 3, on scorpions, they can potentially kill pretty well a lot of the problems that are going to come my way. Can they kill... Let's take a look at Stygian Skin real quick. I think this is invulnerability 15, but it could be 10. I'm pretty sure it's 15. Could it kill a Nifljarl or a Scrotty with Stygian Skin? That is a Python 3.7. That seems to mean he went a... Oh, can we see what his Bless was from last turn? Let's actually go back and pull it up. I'm gonna have to log back in, but... Oh, shit. Okay, so I pulled it up, and we've got their profit here, so we'll be able to see the Bless. Okay, well, I already know what this is. Alright, he said Snick or whatever, but no. If he has no Bless, I'm going to tell you what it is. This is almost definitely a Dormant Regeneration Bless. So, most likely what he is going to do is... It is a Dormant something. So, okay, there's a few options that could happen. The god that I think he has, and we have no idea what his scales are, really. I don't think we do. Well, we can maybe have some idea. Productivity, growth, misfortune. So not a complete scales build. But probably pretty good. I don't see any evidence of... Okay, this is going to be his Dominion also, most likely. Though it could be a Gartha. This is Cold 3. Now, Agartha and I are both cold-blooded, and Agartha and I neighbor him. So Agartha and I both have incentives to get him taken out. So it's possible we just go in a very inefficient coalition against these guys. The problem is one of us will probably get backstabbed by the elves. Growth 3. Yeah, so it doesn't look like... Since both these provinces here and here are basically the same, it means it's unlikely that there's a magic scale. and that these actually are the scales they took. Misfortune, maybe a little higher growth. I mean, maybe a little higher productivity, but productivity, and we see a little bit of order too. So mostly scales, but there's no way he went all scales. So what I'm thinking he did is I'm thinking he went something like this. I think he got Immersil, if I had to guess, and went dormant, and went like this. So he's gonna have regenerating Jotun Jarls, and then turbo communions with the Scrotty, with cloaks on them. And this is kind of one of the builds, right? You go like this. It seems he took Misfortune 2 or 3. He probably went up something. This is... I bet you he did something like this. This is my guess. It's also possible he went nuts and he only went like this, and then he took... Oh god, I don't even know. I mean, after this it would just be speculation, but... This would be terrifying. Scales Jotunheim with regeneration dormant. Oh my god, that would be like my worst nightmare. That would be my worst nightmare. So... honestly... Hinnom I think is going to be fighting Satis, so I'm not really worried about this front. I need to get the elves busy doing something else, like, hopefully the elves can go conquer these guys. And if the elves conquer those guys, then it can leave Agartha and I to team up on Niflheim. And ideally, since we're a horrible matchup, we bring another player in. And I hate doing coalitions like this, kind of. I mean, I'm not horribly opposed to it, but for Agartha and I, it's like an existential threat. Cold-Blooded with Ildwyn are going up. Oh my god, it's so bad. I definitely like heat. I don't know if Agartha likes heat. It's hard to say. I think Agartha went neutral temperature scales, but anyway, he's definitely not going to be happy with cold 3 everywhere. So... the problem is, if he has a dormant thing, he's gonna end his nap too, and he's gonna run at me with Jarls and Scrotty. One of my best bets is gonna be having, like, some mage support here, behind, like, 50 PD. And getting my Dominion in here really hard, like preaching it, so that it's heat 3, and that if he ends up... yeah, I think I have to like hold my Dominion here, get it up to heat 3. It'll probably still get knocked down a little bit, but then he'll have to Wolven Winter me. Get a lot of PD up. What do I have to do for my blood research? Break First Soul. Range 30. Extra effect disease. Precision 5, range 30. So... have a Blood 1 guy. Have a few Blood 1 guys here on advance and cast spells. Enough imps. Probably won't be able to do it once he's all at 4. I'll just freeze him. But if he freezes him and he's bleeding, he'll fatigue out, and then he'll fatigue out, he'll take crits, but they'll be fatigued out too. But he'll be bleeding, but I don't know if he'll bleed faster than he'll regen. I don't know about that. Anyway. You know, the other option is if I just have enough of these guys, I can potentially one-hit kill them. Thugs. Like, if I just... If he goes and tries to thug and he's doing a buff script and these guys are just on attack rear, they can just murder him. So I don't know. The thing is, once you buff your PD up enough in a province, you're gonna get bats, in addition to whatever you normally have. But I think we get the shitty bats. And then, like, if he puts a fear helmet on, this can go so badly. This is a horrible, horrible matchup for me. Horrible matchup. Anyway, guys, that's basically it. We're going to kill these trogs, then we're going to split up probably and take these 2 provinces. And we're going to hope that the Water Nations haven't decided to make any further landfall. If they just take this, we might let them have it, but otherwise we'll probably try to get this too. And then next order of operations, we're going to get blood hunting set up in some province with 6,000, which we don't have many good blood hunting provinces. We've got this one, I guess, which is okay. We've got this one, which is okay. We've got these 2, we've got this one, which is low. And then I've got I've got 3 city candidates, actually, so that part's good. So I need to get forts in all 3 of my cities, like my high-income provinces. I need to get blood hunting going in the 5,000 one, sustainable blood hunting. And then, because I can't beat up these 5,000, I think I'm like too poor. We need to get basic site searching going. We're not going to go crazy on site searching because I got too much other shit to do. And then our goal is to get 20 Aussies. Because 20 Aussies with the crew of Sun Guide and a fair amount of PD are probably going to be able to deal with the Neefel Rush if we control our Dominion. And that's basically the most I can hope for right now. And then hopefully we get our Dominion spread. Fortunately, I can blood sacrifice. So once we get a little blood economy, we can get some blood booming out of our temples, which will be nice. But I think that's it, guys. Wish me luck. But first step in Operation Don't Die to Niflheim is successful because we have an app 2, which means they're not going to rush us yet, but as soon as they get gear on a Scrotty and a Jotun Jarl, I fully expect them to come running at me. And, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.